Imagine you're on vacation abroad. You're sitting in a beautiful cafe, the sun is shining. You feel so alive. Then the waiter comes and asks, "What would you like to order?" In your mind, you know exactly what you want. You can see the delicious pasta, the fresh juice, but your brain starts working like an old computer. You hear, "What would you like?" And your mind starts translating word by word from your language. You freeze, you stutter. Finally, you just point and say this one. That feeling, that stuck, frozen feeling, I know it so well. What if I told you there's a way to skip that whole messy process, to understand and reply in English instantly, without panic, without translating every word in your head? Today, I'm going to share with you why thinking in English is like a secret superpower that most learners don't even realize they can have, and exactly how you can start training your brain to unlock it. I'll never forget the first time I really understood how bad my translating habit was. I was in Italy. Beautiful day, beautiful city. I sat in a small restaurant, and the waiter came over smiling. He asked, "Would you like sparkling or still water?" My brain panicked. In my language, I thought, what does sparkling mean again? Sparkle, shiny, like diamonds? Wait, no, water can't have diamonds. I stared at him, terrified. In the end, I just said, "Yes," and he looked confused. He brought me sparkling water, and I hate sparkling water. At that moment, I promised myself, no more translating. I needed to change my thinking completely. When you translate, it's like running two apps on an old phone at the same time. Your brain first has to understand the sentence in English, translate it to your language. Think of a reply in your language, translate it back to English, then finally say it. That takes forever. No wonder we freeze. When you think directly in English, you remove all those steps. Your thoughts flow straight into words. You respond faster, sound more natural, and you finally start feeling the language rather than just studying it. Thinking in English lets you stop worrying about grammar rules every second and focus on real communication, connecting with people, sharing stories, making jokes, being truly yourself. Thinking in English doesn't mean you never make mistakes. It doesn't mean you know every fancy word. It means your brain stops translating word by word. You start forming ideas and sentences naturally, just like in your first language. You might not know every word, but you can describe things, use synonyms, or explain in simple ways without stopping to translate. I remember the first time I thought directly in English without realizing it. I was in the supermarket and I looked at the milk and thought, "Oh, I need to buy 2 today because I have guests tomorrow." It was so automatic, so quick. Later, I realized I hadn't translated it first. That moment felt like magic. The first tool I used, narrating my life while brushing my teeth. I'm brushing my teeth. The toothpaste tastes minty. While walking, I see a big, fluffy dog. The sky looks cloudy today. At first, it felt super weird. I felt like a crazy person talking to myself. But this exercise is incredibly powerful. It trains your brain to describe the world directly in English. Slowly, your mind starts using English words automatically instead of searching for translations. If you do this consistently, even just 5 minutes every day, it can transform how your brain processes English. Another technique I love is what I call picture, think, speak. Take an object around you, like your phone. Look at it and think, phone. Don't think of the word in your language first. Then try to make a sentence. My phone is on the table. Then add, I need to charge it later because the battery is low. You start with one word, then build a full sentence, then a story. The key is to connect the object directly to the English word, skipping your native language completely. Over time, you'll build faster, stronger mental connections. Many learners forget to practice thinking about feelings. When you feel sad, instead of saying in your language, "I feel sad," say it in English inside your mind, "I feel sad today, but it's okay." When you're excited, "I can't wait for my trip tomorrow." Practicing emotions in English helps you express your true self. You become more authentic and confident, and it stops you from freezing when someone asks, "How are you feeling?" There was a moment that really changed everything for me. I was at a small meetup with English speakers. I met a new friend, and we talked for almost an hour. Afterward, I realized I hadn't translated anything in my head the whole time. It felt like I had unlocked a superpower. I felt so free. That freedom is exactly why I call thinking in English a superpower. It gives you independence, speed, and real human connection. Let me share a few stories from learners I know. Mina from Korea used to avoid speaking because she would always translate first. She started using the narrator method every day on her commute. After 6 months, she started giving presentations at work in English without notes. Carlos from Brazil practiced describing soccer games out loud to himself using the picture, think, speak technique. Today, he leads English-speaking tours in Rio. Fatima from Morocco focused on thinking about emotions in English. She started a video diary, and now she feels more confident sharing her feelings in English with friends abroad. Each story shows that it's possible, no matter your starting point. Here's a mission for you. Choose one activity today and think only in English during it. It can be cooking, cleaning your room, walking your dog, anything. No translations allowed. If you get stuck on a word, describe it. For example, if you don't know the word for ceiling fan, say, "That thing that moves the air on the ceiling." When you finish, come back here and comment, "Mission complete." Share what activity you chose and how it felt. I will read every comment and cheer you on. Remember, learning to think in English isn't about becoming a perfect speaker overnight. It's about building new brain pathways. It's about freeing yourself from fear and feeling alive in English. Every single moment you spend thinking in English, even silently, makes you stronger and more confident. If I can go from frozen translations and embarrassing restaurant orders to freely speaking my mind, you can too. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this episode helped you, please subscribe, leave a review, or share it with a friend who needs a superpower too. And remember, don't just learn English, live it. Think it, feel it. Until next time, keep going, keep thinking, and keep growing. You've got this.